devices, and it's coming your way on your smartphone, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, and it's coming your way next.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Welcome you inside the Frito-Lay pregame show as these two teams about ready to kick off day number 2 for the Wendy's Spring Invitational Classic. Our Brian Skowronski had a chance to talk to both coaches here a little bit ago, and we'll start with his interview with Triway head coach Ron Rock.
Got Ron Rock joining me now, and excellent start, of course, for your program this season. Still undefeated, and you've had, it looks like, equal dominance, pitching and then hitting. With all the girls you got coming back, though, is it fair to say that was kind of the expectation, and you guys were looking forward to this?
Yeah, I mean, it is. They do have high expectations, but we don't want to pressure ourselves. I mean, we just want to play this game and then get on to the next game. So we're just looking forward to playing here.
This is a great event, of course. 24 of the best teams in the state of Ohio coming out here. What can you extrapolate from looking at some of these other teams? You guys do your own thing, of course, at Triway, but getting a chance to see some other teams from around the state and kind of how they carry themselves.
Yes, exactly. It's just like anything else. It's a learning experience, too, for us coaches to go and hopefully get a look at some of these other teams after we get through here today and just move forward from there.
Team on the other side today, a team that feels like they could be a state title contender in D2. You guys want to meet them until the state championship game, but getting a look at this caliber of team early on, how nice is this?
That's very nice. It's very nice. I know they got a lot of talent. They got a lot of kids coming back. I know they're pitching strong. They can hit, so it's going to be exciting.
All right. Hey, good luck today, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Hey, thanks, Coach.
So, Brian, this Triway team, very good behind a sophomore stud pitcher in Carter Wachtel. Already has a perfect game against Clear Fork, a team that Madison will play, and another really good outing. She's one of the main reasons why this team's division 2 state runners-up.
Dude, she hit 600 as a freshman. She was the reason why they were able to get to a state championship last year. Pitched 4 shutouts in the tournament, and I'm told that her game's even elevated. She's a lot better this year as a sophomore. The numbers prove it. She has been on fire, and that's why this Triway team is the odds-on favorite. If you were to throw down a little wager, I think, to win the Division II state tournament, these would be the girls ranked number 2 in the state that I think that you would identify. Maybe Keystone might be in that conversation, but they graduated 5 girls. This team brought back everyone.
And with that, she's going to take the first pitch in there for a strike. And on the other side of things, the reason why Madison regional runners-up last year was because of this pitcher, Bailey Lyons. This year, 2-2, 14 earned runs, 14 Ks, 8 walks.
She's a girl, though. I feel like when she's on top of her game, she gets stronger as the night goes along. So she's a strong, durable pitcher. She's got an allotment of different stuff that she can throw at you. So I think this matchup right here, these two pitchers, this is going to make for an excellent showdown here this afternoon.
Lions 0-2 pitch. Line drive right back up the middle, base hit. So Wachtel now over 500 for the season. That's her 11th hit, her 7th single, and they are on the board with a single.
Yeah, this girl's dynamite. She's a terror for opposing pitchers, and you see it right there. She hits it square right into the gap where players aren't, gets on base, and scores a lot of runs too, Travis. She really is the straw that mixes a drink around here in just about every avenue of the game.
Second up for Triway, Emily Yacapraro, 556 batting. So you have a 500 batter to lead off, then you have a 556 to follow her. She takes ball 1. This Triway squad up and down the lineup, just a very good batting squad. They're 435 as a team, 27 extra base hits this season. Also, they'll work walks. They have 39 in 7 games.
Yeah, just flat out ridiculous. If you're playing against one player that's hitting 435, usually you're going to try to pitch around them, pick your poison. Can't do that with this lineup when everybody accumulatively batting 435.
So 2-0 to the center fielder. Lyons gets the signal, her pitch, in there for a strike. We also want to welcome a third member of our broadcast team today, head coach of the Ontario Warriors. They had a game in the Wendy's Classic last night, Sean Snow. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. It's funny, I love doing this game right here because I know so many of these players. My daughter actually plays travel ball with Carter Wachtel and has had the opportunity to catch her, and by far, she says, the best pitcher she's ever caught.
Wow.
Doesn't miss locations. She said even a bad day is better than most pitchers. And with Bailey, my daughter's caught Bailey playing travel ball with her over the years, and obviously this girl just keeps getting better by the year. So
that's Callie Robson gets the stolen base on strike 2, but Coach Snow, you'll be giving us a little bit different of an angle of things, the coach's aspect of the game here today. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of the game for the Lady Rams. But this pitcher for Triway, Carter Wachtel, she's a special player.
She truly is, and most importantly, she's as humble as you can possibly imagine. Just a great kid in general. Comes from a great family, obviously, and I can't say enough about the player that she is, let alone the person that she is. She's going to go far with this game for sure.
Yeah, I was just hearing that same sentiment from Robin Barrett. Of course, a parent of one of the Madison players out here playing at shortstop here today, Hope, and she just said she's one of those girls that, man, you almost want to root against her because she just has so many great qualities as a human being, as an athlete.
I agree.
Ground ball up the middle, but too hard.
But she's so nice of a girl that you can't root against her.
She is. I can't say enough of how great of a kid she is. She's now playing for a travel team out of Georgia. Wow. Her goal is to pitch in the SEC. I mean, that's how good she sets a goal. She's going to go for it for sure, and I think she has the ability to do it. Obviously, a great hitter on top,
Speaking of good hitters, Haley Pruitt, she was batting .667, almost took out the leg of Lions. First and third, 1 out. Triway already in business.
Yeah, with another deadly hitter up to the plate, and I think we can probably say that anytime any of these girls steps into the batter's box. She's batting .530.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we did have the opportunity to scrimmage Triway this year. Obviously, scrimmages, you set up differently. You're getting everybody. You're seeing what you have. But definitely it's just a hard team to call pitches, let alone for your pitchers to hit the pitches, to hit their locations. I mean, it's definitely a great lineup.
That shot just fouled down the third baseline. Able to take second base without a throw, so we have second and third now with one out, and Massaro 12 RBI to lead the team. Or actually second on the team, 14 RBI by Carter Wachtel, the leadoff. But that's something also, this bottom of the lineup that we'll be seeing here coming up maybe this inning or the next one. They get on base as well and give the pitcher who leads off a lot of chances to get some RBI.
And what an excellent spot for Madison to be in, getting tested right away, particularly Bailey Lyons.
Line drive just beyond Bree Bowles' hand, and it's an RBI single.
Yeah, I think that young lady is actually committed to play softball at Ohio State and, further academics there and so forth. I think she's amazing as shortstop. She can cover a lot of ground no matter what.
So Triway strikes first in the top of the first. Brings up Emma Flinner, batting .409 on the season. 4 extra base hits, 2 home runs. This is the power threat for Triway. Takes ball 1 inside.
So, Coach, give me some perspective. Got a chance to play in the Wendy's last night. Awesome game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you were on the losing end of what was an incredible contest and atmosphere last night. But just what does this tournament mean to the area and softball in general for Ohioans?
Well, I mean, obviously this tournament, no matter who you play, you're playing competition. And I think that's the first and foremost thing you want to do. And I'm fortunate to coach at Ontario where talent continues to come through.
Yeah.
And, so sometimes them girls can make me look better than I actually am. I mean, it's a good problem to have in a sense. But to play in this tournament, even last night when us coming out on the shorter end of the stick, it was a good loss. We learned a lot. We played a team that we haven't seen. We saw things that we haven't seen before. So, I mean, definitely it's an honor to get to play in this for sure. My goal is to continue to play in this every year as long as John Davis will have us back, and I'm hoping that continues. And, just love playing good competition, and obviously we're going to see this, so.
A foul ball evens the mark up at 2-2. But, Coach, if you're in Coach Nicewander's head right now, it'd be good to try and get out of this inning with less than maybe 3 runs right now. First and third, 1 out, 1-0 already. But what would be a win to get out of this inning?
You pretty much said it right there. I mean, when you're facing a lineup like this, it's very, obviously that helps right there when you can get them at the plate without the ball getting put in play. You're looking at these girls and you're thinking, what do I do to make them just hit the ball right now? You're not going to strike out a lot of these batters. So it's about putting the ball in play, but putting it in play to help your defense has to support your pitching. So I think that's the main thing right now is you're hoping to call those off speeds and what have you. And Bailey has it. Bailey can definitely do it. And so that's kind of, I know where Nice is looking at. I mean, definitely one of my best friends doing this game. And, he's a great coach. And it's a nice little team too. Madison, don't rule them out. They're going to come out and they're going to hopefully, play a game and keep this really close.
Yeah, 5-2, but they're 2 losses to Division I Mount Vernon, who has a very solid squad. And talking to Coach Nicewander, their loss last night, 10 unearned runs in their 12-6 loss. So, if they can clean that up, they, be fighting with the best in the OCC and, alongside you guys in Lexington in your district. You guys probably the top 3 teams fighting for that district championship this season.
I'd like to definitely think that. And, the beauty of it is both coaches are probably 2 of my best buddies. We have some good communications throughout the season. Nice and I were just texting yesterday off and on, and, he's out working the field. A nice hit to left. Nice hit.
Through the legs of the left fielder, but she's able to get it back in. That's going to be a 2-out RBI single, and it's 2-0 Triway.
Big rip right there by Katie Hoffa right down the left field line. And you see all of these girls, I mean, they hit it with pop. Doesn't look like they're swinging for the fences. They're controlled swings, and they're just mashing them right into the short part of the grass area.
You think about where you are with the Triway coach right now. He's thinking, with the pitcher he has in the circle, 2 runs feels really good right now. You know, I mean, it truly does. You don't stop, obviously, but.
Now we're at this part where you got to limit damage here. Get this third out. Only 2-0. Long way to go, but, you know, if they can get another RBI hit here, they might be able to break this open early on and really get all that momentum. 1 ball, no strikes. Catches the corner. We're at 1-1 to Hannah Massaro. 345 batting this year. 6 singles, 3 doubles, and a triple.
Well, but when you hear 345 in this lineup, that's the girl that you have to attack, unfortunately, for the opposing pitcher.
The 1-1 pitch fouled off. Lions is ahead, 1-2. Interested to see if she goes with that changeup once again that got the strikeout on Flinner. She really pulled the string on that to get out number 2.
Huge pitch right here.
The 1-2. Fouled off again. We'll go one more time. I mean, it's kind of tough to say at the top of the first, but this is a big at-bat for Lions and company.
Well, like you and Coach Snow were saying, I think if you can hold them to 2 runs here, that's almost a win at this point, given the situation that you've put yourself in, and that's what Lions just did.
Yep.
Got her looking. Strike 3, 3 strikeouts for her. We're going to keep it here because, Brian, you had a chance to talk with Madison head coach Tim Nicewander. So let's see what you two had to say just a little bit ago.
Longtime head coach of the Madison Lady Rams joining me right now, Tim Nicewander. And hey, beautiful weather. Imagine that a few days in a row. This is your 3rd game of the week. Evaluations now, since you're getting in some live game action, I imagine got to be nice to get a chance to really see your girls playing.
It is. You know, it's been tough to get into a groove and tough for our pitchers to find some grips because of the weather. And, you know, it's nice out today. We got sun out and no clouds. So we're excited, you know, just to be able to play 2 days in a row because we haven't done that yet all year either. And hopefully the weather holds off and we can get a couple games in tomorrow as well. But, yeah, the kids are ready to go. And it's odd being out here at noon on a Friday, but, you know, what else are you going to do on a day like today? So it's perfect.
Yeah, well, we're happy to be here. It's going to be a great event, great matchup that you have, and big expectations for your girls coming into the season, a lot of them coming back from the Elite 8 run. Give me some of your thoughts about, you know, maybe some of the measures you put for yourself and where you're at in terms of that measurement, that benchmark at this point.
You know, our goals since I took over here have never been anything other than we want to compete for a conference title and compete for a district title. And at the end of the day, we expect to win every time we step on the field, no matter who we're playing against. So if you do those things, you know, everything else takes care of itself. At the same time, the kids know, you know, we've got a bunch of kids back. You know, we got 8 starters back from a team that really did a lot last May, and the expectation is to get farther than that. So now we have to get into a groove and play some games and get comfortable with each other because we do have some kids in new spots. But we know that at the end of the day, we want to be playing in June. You know, we didn't post that anywhere. We don't really talk about it, but it's no secret to anybody in our program.
Well, to get there, you're likely going to have to go through this team you get a chance to see right now. I mean, just the excitement of this matchup going down right now at the end of April.
Well, we're not going to look too far ahead, but we wouldn't see them until the state championship game. So let's hope that we get to play them again no matter what happens today. So,
cool. All right. Thanks, Tim. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
So thanks to both coaches for the interview as we're underway with the bottom of the first. And the first pitch to Emily Nolan is taken for a ball. Let's get some stats on Wachtel on the other end of things. 6-0, only 3 earned runs, 72 strikeouts. She's averaging over 10 strikeouts a game. And she gets a swing and a miss on pitch number 2.
She's a pitcher that never throws a fastball, hardly at all. I mean, she has breaking pitches for everything. Her off speed is amazing. It's just the kid has worked hard to get where she is.
1-1 pitch. Knocked this short on the first. Gets the out, 1 away. And that's another thing. I believe I saw only 3 errors on the season for Triway. So she allows players to put it into play because she knows her defense can back her up.
Oh, yeah. Very important, obviously.
Hope Barrett now up for the Lady Rams, batting .364 on the year.
And this is a girl, they're going to have to get something out of her today. The middle of this order is going to have to produce some offense for Madison. Easier said than done against this pitcher, but if they want to contend, man, they need like their 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters to get on base and ultimately come home.
Especially the next two batters in Bree Bowles and Olivia Schultz, some of the power hitters coming up. So if they can get a couple runners on base ahead of them, they'll have a chance today. That catches the inside corner. It's 1-1. Hope Barrett, 8 strikeouts as well, so she takes that one on the outside corner for strike 2. That's another thing that Wachtel does well, is able to locate, able to paint those corners. It really extends that strike zone for the batter where they have to reach out and go after one. And she swings and misses for strike 3. It's 2 up, 2 down.
She went inside, outside, inside. Just works the corners, like you said. That's a very good pitcher.
Brings up Bree Bowles, 8 of 23 on the year. Also with 4 walks, she does have a home run.
Bree's one of those girls, though, I feel like she's aiming to put one over the fence just about every time she's up at the plate.
She definitely has that swing, for sure. You know, she got us in districts last year with a good granny that was, you know, a good grand slam that just was the difference in the game, obviously final 10-6. But the girl she's a hard one to pitch to.
Took that curveball outside, ball 1. Fouls that one off. Bowles with 1 home run, 3 RBI on the year. Moved from first to second this year. The 1-1. Off the top of the bat, and Triway gets a 1-2-3 inning. After 1 inning of play, Triway 2, Madison nothing. You're watching girls high school softball live and free on the OH.Report.
Chips.
Fritos, man.
Back roads or highways?
Back roads.
College or pro ball?
College.
Mild or spicy?
Ooh, spicy.
Actions or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Really? Camper or tent?
Tent.
Lab or poodle? Okay, which Fritos?
That is a tough one.
Fritos. Down for everything. Rock or country? Don't answer that.
Top of the second, as Emma Hudson takes strike 1. Travis Berardi, Brian Skowronski, Ontario head coach Sean Snow here. Starting day 2 of the 29th Wendy's Spring Classic Softball Invitational. And Coach Snow, you have some family ties to this tournament.
Yeah, I do. Fortunately, he allowed me to marry his daughter about 25 and a half years ago. And But yeah, my father-in-law was the co-founder of this tournament and started this. Obviously revolves a lot around scholarships for Ashland County schools, and it's just it's a great thing, and it's really gotten big over the years. They used to host teams from California, New York, New Jersey. Obviously COVID changes things a little bit, so it's more in-state now this year. But we have good softball in Ohio, so still great competition.
And I know they're trying to get back out countrywide in the next couple of years, but, just looking at some of the teams that played in the past, some of the players, ground ball to short, Barrett throws her out at first. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the second, but, this is one of the premier invitationals, not only in Ohio, but in the Midwest.
I agree. And, like I said, the competition in Ohio alone is really good, and it's great to see teams we don't. Funny thing is, a lot of the girls see girls they know from travel ball.
Yeah.
That they play throughout the summer against or with. It's a big family, the softball world, and that's what even as a coach. These girls know each other, and I'm getting hugs from players from teams that, just because. I think my thing just came undone. Okay.
You okay?
You're good.
Okay. Yeah. So and it's really, I just love the actual softball world in general. It's really a close knit thing.
And I think for guys like me and Travis, we'll follow a lot of these perennial power programs on Twitter, so you get an opportunity to read the box scores and stuff, but actually seeing them out here, softball, you can have a bit of a vibe to your squad, of course.
Yeah.
Are you going to be one of the vocal squads? You got cheers going on in the dugout, you got some boisterous girls out in the field, or do you just kind of handle business, or are you quiet and low key? So I think this is definitely a fun sport to get a chance to see some of these powers in display right here.
Yes. Yeah. And it's almost like being a parent of 10, 12 girls in a game. And the bottom line is you learn each and every personality. And like you said, some girls are more vocal, some girls are not as vocal, and you have to know that, and you have to know what you can expect and get out of these girls. And that's why I made my daughter a catcher, because she has her mother's gift of gab. That's what I always tell her. So it's like.
I'll back you up on that from what I've known of your daughter so far.
Speaking of gift of gab, Olivia Schultz behind the plate.
Oh, yeah.
Really happy about that strike 3 call. 2 up, 2 down now, coming back to Carter Wachtel. And now, Bailey Lyons has a chance to, get out with a clean inning, but she has to face one of the toughest tests of this Triway lineup. 1-0.
Great pitch.
Taken for a strike. So a bounce back inning, what does that do for a squad, coach? Just, you gave up 7 batters to the plate, and then to come back for a 1-2-3 inning. What does that do momentum-wise?
Oh, momentum, it's definitely huge. Now, the key is definitely coming in and putting the ball in play and hopefully getting some base runners, and obviously scoring runs is the goal. So, it works both ways. Obviously, that's huge right there. Now Madison needs to come out and do something with this, and that will be very huge and could change the momentum of the game for a while.
1-2-3 go Triway. Madison coming up from the bottom of the second, live and free on the OH.Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Four, 5, 6. Hey, more dogs here at the ballpark. Last night we had our most valuable pup, the ball retriever from the last game. But, it's great to see
the
felines out here and the dogs out here.
Yeah, I think the viewership probably goes up when we can dive into a bit of the Animal Planet and mix that with the softball. It's a little something for everybody out here, Travis.
4, 5, 6 coming up here for Madison, and their best hitter so far this year, Olivia Schultz, hitting .455, 5 singles, 4 doubles, and a triple. Just needs a home run for the season's cycle. That's the word. Yes, thank you. Still a little early for me as she takes ball 2.
And you mentioned that Olivia, obviously very gifted with her ability to talk and loves talking. And Sean, your daughter behind the plate. Is that just a trademark of a good catcher? It's just the verbiage?
Obviously, your catcher sees the field. You want a leader behind the plate because they see the field. They're communicating. They're coming out. They're talking outs. They're talking situations, know where you're going. Outfield, my daughter's big thing is outies go to. It's more travel ball talk in a sense, transfers over. And it's you want a catcher that communicates for sure.
1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 Schultz. The next pitch catches the corner. It's 2-2. And she got a little more excited in her season preview this year. Coach Nicewander actually let her talk. get an interview this year. She wanted to all last season when we covered them, but
that's
Coach
true.
Knights wanted, not yet. So as the junior able to get the interview, so extremely excited about that. Great interview, too. That's taken outside. It's full count.
Hey, I appreciate that about Tim and what he's doing. You know, you got to earn it, freshman. You know what I mean? Just because you're having a good season and you're a starter doesn't mean that you can get some of the shine and take away from some of the girls that have been here and worked with the program for a couple of years.
And you know what? You and I saw some of the Lady Rams at BW3s watching the Cavs sorrowfully fall to the Nets in the first playing game. They play tonight. Hopefully we can get in the playoffs. But mentioned to them, hey, you're going to be live and free on Friday, and, you know, extremely excited, and every player that we've talked to so far the last couple of days pumped that we're finally able to show some softball live and free on the OH.Report.
And I think I just had to explain to some of the girls down on the field before the game, they're like, where's your camera? Like, I thought you were filming. I was like, girls, you're going to be live. I'm going to be talking about you throughout the day, so get on my good side.
Yeah.
Strike 3 called, got the corner on the
that was
3-2
nasty.
pitch, and down goes Schultz. One away. That's a big strike out there, bouncing back.
Yeah, I was able to talk to Nice on the phone yesterday and told him I was helping commentate this game, and he just lost it. He threatened me with everything if I don't talk nice about him. So, Nice, I love you, buddy. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm sure a nice gift basket's going to show up on your doorstep here
Yeah,
real soon, Coach.
Exactly.
I know you guys were supposed to play last week, but, you know, with all the rain and everything, you'll get the rescheduled game. But that's one of the funner games to watch as well, just the chess match between you two teams in the regular season.
It's always going to be a good game between us, for sure. You know, a lot of friends. I know last year I had 4 or 5 Madison softball players spend the night at my house with my daughter. You know, we all went to Roosters, and then after that, a lot of them come over and spend the night. I said, you know, it's a great friendship. You know, but yet it's very competitive on the field for sure.
And we see that with a lot of teams around North Central Ohio, especially, you know, Richland County, Ashland County. 3 straight pitches, second strikeout of the inning there for Wachtel. But it's just the camaraderie, especially with AAU and travel ball, with basketball, baseball, softball, that you can have these relationships with these teams, even though you're rivals on the field, but best friends off the field.
It's a dynamic that I can't really understand, Coach. It definitely was not a part of when I grew up. I don't remember having guys from the other teams coming over to my crib, but, hey, I respect it.
Yeah.
First pitch, swinging, strike 1 to Reagan Hayes.
You know, I think a lot of it has to do with the passion of the game. I mean, they're all out there. They love the game. And so they share that passion. In return, it creates that stronger bond, you know. And
the 0-1. Inside, ball 1. Now, these two teams have something in common from last year. Both teams knocked out by state champion Keystone, Ontario. 12-2 loss in the regional championship, and then Triway faced Keystone in the championship, fell 7-3. Once again, painted the outside corner. It's 1-2. Keystone also in this tournament, or in the Classic, I should say. We may see them in the bracket championship tomorrow, but everybody's aiming for Keystone, but, you know, in the back of your head, also a Triway team will be aiming for as well.
I think this is the favorite.
Wachtel strikes out the side. 1-2-3 again. We've played 2 innings. It's 2-0 Triway.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
I'd hit the bat.
First pitch, swinging down the line, but it hit the bat and goes foul on Emily Yacapraro. She struck out in the first inning 2-0 Triway. They scored 2 in the first, and that's been it from there. Bailey Lyons, 4 strikeouts in the game. Carter Wachtel, 4 as well.
This girl boasts a .704 on base percentage. Leads the team by a long shot. 18 runs scored. Doesn't look like she's going to get on here, though.
Nice play by Lyons to get the quick throw out, 1 away. And since, the middle of the order the first time around, Madison defensively also playing some solid ball. And it's something really good to see if you're Tim Nicewander after, kind of a rocky start to the season defensively.
Yeah, I think when you're playing a team like Triway and you know what Triway has to offer, it can be somewhat intimidating at the beginning. And once things settle down, nerves settle and so forth, hey, they're also girl high school softball players. We're all the same. We all love the game. We all want to be out here playing ball. Things have settled down. I think that's what you're seeing Madison do right now.
Want to mention also, if you want to be a part of our fan zone, go on Twitter, #fanzone, or just comment on the video on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll try to get you on today's live streams. That's fouled off, 0-2, and once again, Lions ahead in the count. See 34 of you watching right now on Facebook. How you doing? You enjoying your Friday afternoon? It's a beautiful day once again. We are very happy to have great weather this weekend for this classic.
Yeah, good weather on Good Friday. It's a beautiful thing all the way around. Birds are chirping. Sun is shining here on north central Ohio, so you got a decent crowd again here on hand, and some dogs here in the park again, Travis. So Wendy's Classic for the win, man. This is the place to be here if you're in Ashland County.
It's a good day when I can wear short sleeves. Good weather out there. The 1-2 pitch.
I think you're a little underdressed for the weather here today. I at least got a sweater on, but
I have a coat in the car. I can just walk up the hill, grab my coat if I want to. But anytime I get to not have to wear a hoodie or a jacket, I definitely do it. 2-2 pitch coming up here from Lions. Pruitt singled in the first. Fouls that one off.
Looks like Bailey's definitely starting to settle in out there in the circle. She's finding her spots a little bit more. And like Coach said, I think she was a bit anxious probably in that first inning coming out, knowing what she was up against, all these different girls that are probably going to be playing at the next level in the meat of the lineup. But definitely is calmed down a bit and starting to hit some of her spots.
Yeah, Bailey is a workhorse in the circle for sure.
Line drive down the left field line, and that's going to go past the fence, so it'll be a book rule double for Pruitt. She's 2 for 2 with a single and a double, and a good start here with 1 out for Triway. And I was about to say 2-0. It's doable, but you might not want to give up any more runs for Carter Wachtel, who has been lights out here the first 2 innings.
Yeah. And the first time getting through your lineup is always the roughest when you're facing a pitcher like this. You go up with a little more knowledge of what this pitcher can do for you and do to you. So hopefully Madison can, get through this lineup in one time and come back through offensively and be a little more prepared now.
Haley Massaro now up. She had an RBI single in the first inning. Takes ball 1. And, Coach, I know temperature, hasn't been that great so far during the season, but what does that do? If it's under 55 degrees, what does that do to the bat, to the pitches, things like that? Does it change the dynamic of the game?
It does. Wind is probably more of the effect. Last night our pitchers were pitching into the wind, so your breaking pitches are not breaking like you would like. Balls are hanging up. The temperature so much, it's just harder on the pitchers with their hands. Catchers, too, when you're catching a 60-mile-an-hour fastball, curveball, what have you. But I'd say more than anything, more affects the throwing, whether it be pitching or throwing.
That was a great cover there by Schultz. Brought the glove right back in, got the call for strike 2. And she's going to need to do that today against this Triway lineup. Try and get a couple calls there. That one's inside to even up the count at 2-2.
And I saw Haley Pruitt out there at second base throwing out some hand signals to the batter at the dish. Sean, is that maybe the same where the catcher's setting up, or what do you think?
It's a lot of, it depends on – I don't think Schultze sets up too much pre-pitch. So a lot of that, maybe they're picking up pitch calls and so forth. I don't like my girls doing that, and I'm not bashing what Triway's doing, because a pitcher can miss location. So if you prepare your batter for a location and that pitcher misses, now you're looking really silly.
Sure.
So in my opinion, I think you're just, you train your batters are trying to learn to expect what pitch. You pick up patterns throughout the game. You're paying attention through the game. So that's how I like our girls to be. But it works for Triway, obviously. Look how they play.
Fly ball to center, and it's caught. Runner will tag and get third, but that's an important second out for Lions and company. It's an F8, 2 away. So Madison able to get the cleanup hitter up. They'll bring up Flinner, who struck out in the first inning. Lions would like to do the same here to get another 0 on the board.
Big spot, of course, here for Bailey. If she can win this matchup and get out, and it's still 2-0.
Ground ball, and that's what she does.
That's big.
They get out of it after the 1-out double. After 2.5, still 2-0 Triway.
Chips.
Fritos, man.
Back roads or highways?
Back roads.
College or pro ball?
College.
Mild or spicy?
Ooh, spicy.
Actions or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Really? Camper or tent?
Tent.
Lab or poodle? Okay, which Fritos?
That is a tough one.
Fritos. Down for everything. Rock or country? Don't answer that.
Bottom of the order coming up now for the Lady Rams, looking for their first hit of the game. Triway leading 2-0. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skowronski and Ontario's softball head coach, Sean Snow. And kind of what we've expected after the top of the first inning. Bit of a pitcher's duel going on since then.
Well, 2 great pitchers. I think that we anticipated this. For Madison, it's a bit more of a challenge, not to undervalue Bailey Lyons and what she does from the circle, but this girl right here as a sophomore, she may be the best sophomore pitcher in the state of Ohio, Sean. I think that's safe to say.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
The 0-1 swing and a miss, strike 2, right on the hands as well.
And right now, Madison has to be looking at this as somewhat of a moral victory. They're hanging with Triway, and so now it's about progressing with it and obviously putting some runs on the board.
Yeah, they love to just start with a hit, get a runner on base, and see what that feels like.
Right.
Ball outside for Stankovic. 333 on the year. 8 singles. Only 2 strikeouts. We'll see if she can keep that going here against, like you guys just said, one of the best sophomore pitchers in the state. Fouls that one off. Stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did talk to Coach Nicewander before the game, as well as you, Brian, but I asked him, I said, offensively, are you where you guys need to be? He said, no, we are not yet. So you got to think, if this, maybe we see these teams down the line, a better offensive squad in Madison just might make this just a little bit of a better game too. But we still have a long way to go.
Well, with just getting out onto the field, really this week, this is the first week that Coach Nicewander and I imagine Sean and a lot of girls from our area are actually getting to play multiple games in the same week. So when you don't get that live fire, it's really tough to get an evaluation of where you're hitting and your offense is at.
Right. Yeah, consistent reps are huge, for sure. And I think we showed it last night in our game. We committed more errors in one game last night than we had in the previous 4 combined. And, and it's about getting those consistent reps.
Yep.
And, you look at what Madison did last year, and, they obviously lost a couple big players for them over, to graduation, but they peaked at the right time last year.
Sure.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Brings up Bailey Lyons. Interesting statistic. She's only 3 of 18, but 2 of them cleared defense. Just brings up that slugging percentage just a little bit more, despite only 3 hits on the year. She takes strike 1.
I mean, look at 25's forearms, though. You can tell that she's not skipping those days where, just she's squeezing the hammer curls and stuff. Bailey looks like she's prepared to knock one over the fence.
Yeah.
Takes that one high, and she, in the 12-2, lost to Keystone in the regional championship. She had a missile of a 2-run homer to left field, the bright spot for the Lady Rams in that game last year. 9th appearance in the Wendy's Classic for Madison as she swings through strike 2, 5-12. But we really can't look at records just because of the amount of great talent being played here.
Yeah, as you talked about, this typically is a national event that attracts some of the best teams as, hey, finally a base runner here from Madison. We'll see how that changes their mindset. But you know what, Sean? I almost, in a way, feel like it's cooler to limit it to just the state of Ohio and the 24 teams that get invited, because outside of the locals, I mean, you had to be what, a conference champion or at least Elite 8 last year. So just to get a look from all the 4 different corners of the state in one place is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think, in previous years, pre-COVID, I think a lot of it was a regional you had to qualify for regionals to even get invited to this.
Sure.
So a lot of times you had to start out through the MVD first and go that route. So I do like it set up like this for sure. I really do. You get to see teams you don't normally, and you get to see things that you don't normally see. Coaches are –
That's going to be fouled off.
Yeah.
Off the fence. But
different coaches bring a lot to you. I love that, And
that's another one, Wendy's, they put on the MVD as well. That happened last weekend. I know you were here when we were testing out with our internet, but that's more the local
miserable
talent
weather.
Too. I know, it's bad weather.
I really felt bad for some of the teams that, hey, to their credit, they fought through some crazy rains. It was patchy the entire day, and the girls made it through. I don't think they completed until after 11.
Wow.
And then ended up canceling the rest of the tournament due to the nasty weather.
Swings through strike 2. As you look at our fan zone, Taylor Mullins. Hey, Coach Snow.
Hey. Hi, Tay.
Now, is Taylor banged up right now?
Taylor is out. She had a high-grade MCL, ACL tear. Obviously, one of my very key players.
Sure.
Leader on the field, leader in the batter's box. It don't matter. I mean, that girl's a big loss for sure. Love her to death like she's one of my kids. Her dad is one of my assistants. We coach well together. Been a friend of mine since school. So
the 1-2 outside, 2-2. Michael Mullins, Sean Snow, true American. You didn't tell me you were helping commentate today. I would have tried to help.
Where were you at practice today, buddy? I'm just teasing. Yeah.
Because everybody, when you're jumping into the booth, they always have pointers for you, Sean. They're letting you know exactly how it's going to go.
I'm going to tell you right now, I have the best coaching staff between myself, Mike, and Scott Krieger. We really come together on a lot of things, and they bring to light a lot of things that, obviously the final decision's mine, but they help me with that.
Big pitch coming up here, 3-2. Somehow Parsons can get on. We'll go to the top of the order with 2 on for Madison. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Wachtel. Her 6th of the game, and that will bring the top of the order in Emily Nolan.
The center fielder, number 9.
Also shout out Lynn Passett, our good friend.
What's up,
saying,
Lynn?
Looking good, guys. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Passett.
Yeah, I want to send some good love and vibes out to Lynn tonight. Him and his crew are going to be putting on a live stream out at his congregation outside of Finlay, and we got him set up here at the OH.Report, so we're hoping it's smooth sailing for you tonight, Lynn.
No balls, 1 strike to Nolan. She grounded out to short to start things off in the first inning. Fouls that one off, 0-2. And this is where Wachtel's even more dangerous. She's ahead in the count 0-2. She can, toy around with a couple pitches, even though if they might not hit the strike zone and still be in a good position.
She looks like the type, she probably invents her own pitches in her spare time.
I think she does. I'm pretty sure she sleeps with her glove and a ball in bed. I really.
The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's how they get out of it. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. The last 6 outs by Triway have been via the strikeout. We played 3-2 Triway.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Top of the fourth coming up for Triway. Trying to get Coach Snow during the break to, just change jobs and just become a full-time commentator for us,
Well, it sounds like his phone's blowing up. Everybody's trying to jump on the bandwagon here with him, provide some advice. And
well, I appreciate my friend Tim Smith from Shelby. His daughter Sadie, one heck of a softball player for Shelby, and appreciate that. Hope I have that radio TV voice.
They say you have a face for radio.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Be amazed how many times I hear that in a given week, Sean.
2-0 to Hoffa. Line drive over the reaching hands of Barrett. It's a base hit. Good start for Triway here in the fourth. Second hit of the day for Hoffa. I'll bring up Hannah Massaro. She struck out looking to end the first inning.
And if my stats are right, Hoffa came in to the game. She just had, one plate appearance, one hit. So keeping that perfect streak alive.
Triway, go over the last few years. It's an interesting as they're making their first appearance here. First pitch taken for a ball, but 2016 they were in Division III until last year. 2016 they finished in the sectional finals. They fell to Waynedale. 2017 sectional finals lost to Northwestern 2-1. 2018 sectional finals lost to Fairless 9-5. 2019 they made it a little bit further, lost to Northwestern 4-3 in the district finals in D3. Then they move up to D2, and all they do is go to state championship game. So this is a team that was, young, trying to get up there, made it to a district final in 2019, and then finally it all came together last year.
Well, in reading some of the newspaper articles about their awesome run, I think that they were ahead of schedule a season ago. They were kind of young. They brought everybody back from that team that went all the way to the state title game. So the expectations for this team, are arguably the highest of any in the state of any division. When you look at the pitcher that they've got back in the entire lineup from top to bottom, it's just silly, man. It's a ridiculous team all the way around, and that's why they're undefeated, leading here. And it's going to take a monumental effort for Madison to overtake them here in this game. And I think just anybody that plays them, you're going to have to bring your A game and hope that they're, maybe a little late getting there on the bus, didn't sleep so well or something. Because from top to bottom, this team, you can tell, Travis, from what we saw yesterday, the four teams, and here today, this is the best collection of talent that we've seen so far.
Absolutely. And on the other side for Madison, they have high hopes this year. It's probably the second highest they've had since the 2020 season that got canceled out. They had a couple D1 athletes on that squad hoping to, make it to Keystone Stadium. But this year they have pretty much everybody back except for a right fielder and their shortstop. So bringing back 8 starters, they have high hopes to make it there as well. And like Coach said earlier, and like you said earlier, it's about peaking at the right time. Madison did that last year. And kind of like Triway, they were a little bit ahead of schedule as well. I believe they finished 17-14 or something like that in the regular season. So, both these squads bringing a lot back, having high hopes. It's just about peaking at the right time, being at that right position once you get into sectional and district play and just riding that wave, hopefully, to the state.
So that being said, for a team like Triway, you hope that you're not peaking too early because you look at the numbers for them. 80 runs scored so far. They've only allowed 5 at this point in 2021, or 22, excuse me. So
line drive to left, first and second with nobody out. Or they could just be putting up keystone numbers.
Yeah,
and
I
just
think
running away with it.
The depth of talent here, even if you get a couple of girls that need some time off due to injuries or illness or whatever the case may be, maybe go through a slump, it looks like they've got enough to pick each other up along the ride.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about high school sports is no matter where you finish in regular season, you are in the tournament. It's just you want to be better. You just want to be the top seed to have a better path through your district. But you could take some injuries. You could lose some games in the middle, get a little bit of a lower seed, but you're still in it and still competing for a state championship. First pitch taken high for a ball, and once again, Madison entering that danger zone. First and second, nobody out for Triway, and they're about to get back up to the top of the order. You'd like to see an out or two here before you get back up to Wachtel. 1-0 pitch from Lions. High ball 2. Emma Hudson grounded to short in the second, hoping to get something like that again.
And it looks like a little bit of a wind starting to pick up a little bit in the face of Bailey Lions, as that one just touched foul.
Yeah, I do see the American flag out in dead center, blowing straight out. And I know in Ontario, I was getting gas this morning, and it was pretty darn windy there.
Well, Sean, you know it's always windy there somehow.
It sure is.
This time of year, it'd be perfect weather. I'm not used to this being in the Ohio Valley, all the hills and stuff. So once you get to April and May, it's just straight wind, and it's miserable.
Yeah.
The 2-1. Taken for strike 2. Big pitch there by Lions. She evens the count.
But in some ways, might even, harden you and get you more prepared, Sean, if you're playing in the wind all the time when you actually get a nice day.
You just want to play. The girls want to play. You can only do so much at a gymnasium. You truly can.
2-2 pitch. Line drive right at Barrett. Throws the second for 2. Big double play by Madison.
Yeah, that's a monster effort right there from the junior shortstop, and that's what you need, man. You need your stars to step up and do stuff like that.
It's a game of breaks. You need breaks like that.
The second baseman, number 10.
Hope Barrett,
Flinner.
who made a couple of errors in that loss last night, really showing off today, making some big key plays to keep Madison in this. Grabs the line drive, throws the second. 2 down now and a runner on first. Bottom of the lineup. And Flinner, she struck out looking. And if Lions can get out of this, maybe a bit of momentum coming back on Madison's side after 2 straight hits to start the inning.
Yeah, I think you're right. A huge boost, of course, for Bailey's confidence. But then as a unit, hey, we're still just down 2, guys. We're playing Triway. Have you seen what they've been doing? They've been clobbering teams. We're in it.
Fouled off, evens the count at 1-1.
Takes a lot of pressure off of Bailey. It's hard for a pitcher when you get into playing a team like this and they get runners in scoring position and so forth. It makes you change your mental approach, and you almost want to do things on your own. You still have to keep that mental aspect of trusting your defense, and look what happens. They turn a double play.
Lions getting the sign. 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. And you'd like to get the third out here so you could avoid Wachtel with runners on base. Sets up the top of the lineup for both sides going into the bottom of the 4th and the top of the 5th.
Yeah, I don't really know that there's a good time to have her at the dish, Travis. So
I mean, better if there's nobody on base at least. The 2-1. Ground ball, the second, Bowles on the first. And Madison gets out of it after 2 straight hits to start the inning. As you see on the Mohican Adventures replay, we played 3.5, 2-0 Triway.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Bottom 4 coming up here. Triway still leading 2-0. Zeros on the board since the top of the first. As Madison, 2, 3, 4 hitters. Barrett, Bowles, and Schultz. The big bats, they need something here, you have to think, in this 4th inning, because the way that Wachtel was pitching, this may be the last at bat these three see.
Well, I called them out in the 1st inning, and I'm going to put the pressure on their shoulders right now. If you legitimately want a chance to win this game, one of these girls got to get on base. I mean, you got to advance somebody to second. Your big-time athletes need to come through right here before you get too deep in the lineup, so look for Hope to put up a good at-bat.
Struck out in the 1st inning. Looking to get their first hit of the day. It's outside, ball 1. Madison, the last few years, a little bit different than Triway. 9th appearance, like I said, in this classic 5-12, but 2016 lost to Anthony Wayne in a D1 sectional final. 2017 D1 sectional final, lost to Clay 9-4. Then they moved up to Division II as the 1-0 pitch inside, but catches the corner for strike 1. 2018 regional semifinal, fell to Defiance in D2 in 2018 9-5. 2019 district semifinals, they lost to Vermilion in the game that, you know, they thought they could get past to get to a district championship, but Vermilion played a great game. And then last year, that regional championship appearance, falling to state champion Keystone 12-2. So this squad, you know, they have some great players graduate and just immediately retool and restock.
And I would agree with your sentiment that this year's team probably has the highest expectations since the 2020 team, the season that was lost, unfortunately for them, where they had those couple of girls that got D1 scholarships mixed in with some of the girls that are now veterans on this year's team. So for the Rams, you know, this is a great midseason test, Sean. I'm sure that this is exactly what Coach Nicewander needed. You know, a couple of games where they got beat up a bit by Mount Vernon here, and now getting to see the likes of Triway, the number 2 team in the state.
Yeah, I agree. I think once again, even if they come out and they hold this game at 2-0, and you know, no matter what, it's a moral victory to just stay tight with a team like this, and it shows these girls, if we do meet again, you know, we can play. You know, we can play with these guys.
Wachtel able to paint that corner again for strike 3. 8th strikeout for her, brings up Bree Bowles. Grounded back to the pitcher in the 1st inning. That's outside for ball 1. And this is something you don't want to do with Bowles, is let her get ahead in the count, because she will sit dead red, and if you even make a little bit of a mistake, it's about 30 feet past the fence.
I wouldn't know that.
Sorry, Coach. Swings through that one. It's 1-1.
PTSD. Thanks, Trav.
Yeah.
Got Bree to chase right there, though, so she'll make those mistakes as well, because like you said, sometimes she lines up for those killer juggernaut shots.
The 1-1. Low, ball 2. And that's another thing. If Bowles could work a walk or just get on base, it brings up Schultz, the best hitter on the squad so far, and maybe they could get something going. But Wachtel, I know if she hears me right now, she's like, that ain't going to happen, man. Once again, anybody want to comment on our fan zone? Hashtag fan zone on Twitter. That's inside 3-1. Or just comment on this stream here on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll get you back on our fan zone as you take a look at Schultz. Hoping to get a chance with a runner on. Good count here for Bowles, 3-1. The pitch. Ball 4 high. And Schultz will have a chance to possibly tie things up with a fly, as the wind is picking up the left center field. So get that up, get a fly ball up in that jet stream, and might be able to carry.
Best case scenario here for these Lady Rams, you know, that you got one out, but you get a runner here on board. Got your power hitter coming up to the plate. And you just worked a count. That's the first time, you know, she hit the batter earlier that got on base. That was the first time that we saw a Madison hitter actually hang in there, take a couple of balls, and then get on base that way.
And I will say something else. Only 2 times has the ball been hit for an out, both on the ground. Nearly hit Schultz. It's ball 1. So today, really good job by Wachtel to leave the ball down lower in the zone, to not allow any of these Madison hitters to get it up into the air. The 1-0. outside, ball 2. And really the first time all day that Wachtel is being tested. After giving up a walk, she's fallen behind. 2 balls, no strikes.
That was just one game.
And all season long, you look at the scores of their games, 14-0, 21-0, 11-0, 13-1. They rarely have been in any situations where they've needed big offense or needed her to shut teams down because they've had the big offense.
So not only is this a great test for Madison, but this is a great test for Triway as well, to be in a dogfight in a game midway through the season.
The other closest contended game so far against Hoover, 6-3 early in the campaign back at the beginning of April.
3-1 again, so back-to-back 3-1 counts against the middle of the lineup, and this is another great count for Madison because Wachtel's not going to be anywhere near the middle of the plate. She's going to try and paint the outside or the inside corner. It's just, is she going to be able to hit it, or is Madison going to have 2 on here with 1 out?
Wind really picking up as well.
3-1 pitch, down the middle, popped up but foul. Full count now with 1 away. And that's really the first time we've seen the ball go up in the air against her. Bad thing for Madison is it came back towards us instead of out into the field. Big pitch here for Wachtel. The payoff. Popped up. And that's going to be brought in by the shortstop, 2 down. So Wachtel just able to get Schultz to get under it a little bit too much.
The third baseman, number 6.
And a big out.
Kylie Reiter.
Should take a look at Haley Massaro. And that's a tough play just with the sun. We saw that yesterday in the Loudonville-Elyria game. The way the sun is right now, those high pop-ups with the no clouds in the sky, it's tough. No balls, 1 strike, the Reiter. She struck out in the second.
And one of the few lefties that Madison has at their disposal. So a little bit of a different look here for Wachtel.
Gets the outside corner. That's a great shot at the sticker they have on their helmet for their assistant coach. Willie passed away earlier this year, dedicating the season to him. He was a great piece of this Madison squad, one of those motivational leaders. And I know you know Willie as well, Sean.
Yeah. Just a great guy all around. I mean, he was just an amazing man. He left his mark, and I think that's when we all go, I think we want to leave our mark enough to know that everybody liked us, and that's Willie. Willie Harper was an awesome guy.
1-2, swing and a miss. So after the 1-out walk, Wachtel comes back and gets the next 2 to keep Madison off the board. We played 4, 2-0 Triway.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Carter Wachtel up to the plate. She's 1 for 2 today. Had that leadoff single in the first. Takes ball 1. Top of the 5th. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Triway. No runs, no hits, no errors for Madison here as we start the 5th. She takes a strike. It's 1-1. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to say anything else. If you know the unwritten rules of baseball and softball, you just leave that go. I think you would know that too, Coach.
Yes,
you don't
I
want
do.
anybody mentioning that if your player has something going on.
No. Thing is, it's really nothing new for Carter.
That's true. Ground ball. Barrett with the diving stop. She's going to beat it out, though, but a great play by Hope Barrett to keep that in the field of play and keep her on first.
Yeah, it looked like Hope was just a little bit slow to pop up. Typically, you see her just, boom, bounce up off the dirt. So that little kind of a long play, had to lay out for that one.
But she's had a great defensive game. We were talking about this, a tough game by pretty much everybody defensively last night against Division I Mount Vernon. But Barrett has really shown off the glove, and that is what Tim Nicewander wants at that shortstop position, is somebody who can just eat up everything hit her way.
She was such a key cog in them in that tournament run, getting to the Elite Eight last year. I mean, how many big performances did Hope Barrett have? Setting up double plays like we've seen here today to try to help advance the Rams.
Bailey Lyons is doing a great job in bunt situations. I think this is the 4th time that Triway's tried to advance the runner to second, and none of them have been able to get down a bunt in fair territory.
Yeah, that's a good point. She's keeping these hitters in check, not allowing any easy ones here on her watch.
Yocaparo, 0 for 2. Takes ball 1. Struck out in the first, grounded back to Lyons in the third. We have 2 more live streams coming your way. We have the next one, Anthony Wayne and Bradford, coming up. And then later tonight, the Ashland County rivalry between Ashland and Hillsdale. Team in their 27th Classic and a team in their 28th Classic. So that'll be a big one between those 2 squads. Ashland, really good Division I squad in the OCC. And Hillsdale, a team that won the state championship a couple years ago against that Strasburg-Franklin team that we saw hit the ball hard last night.
There's so many good teams in this tournament. And those are 2 really intriguing matchups. Kind of continuing with that narrative, Travis, of the D1 school versus the D4. The big...
And the D4s are 2-0 on this field so far.
The big city squads versus some of the rural teams. And as you mentioned, as that's unfortunately misplayed by Bailey there, it's been the smaller schools that have been flexing a little bit against some of these city folk.
First error of the game. Lines just a little too quick to grab that one. And it's 1st and 2nd once again with nobody out here in the 5th. And Pruitt coming up. Single and double. So the perfect person you want up for Triway. We'll see what Lyons can do here in her 3rd at bat.
She's pitched her way out of trouble so far over the last couple of innings. That was such a tough break for her right on that last pitch, though. Got what she wanted and just couldn't punch away the out.
And finally, Triway able to get the bunt down, and big collision.
Oh, Bree holding her ground, though.
She advances the first sacrifice bunt of the day, as that throw kind of brought Bree Bowles into the bag. It's no catcher's interference that time on it, just the way the ball was thrown. But we're glad to see both players get up and get back to their positions into the dugout.
Travis, you called out that hitter was 2 for 2 with a double and a single, and the coach still makes a bunt. I love that. That's a good team. That's a good coach.
And that's a good player for not ignoring it because you're 2 for 2 trying to go for 3 for 3. That's team softball right there.
Is.
Being selfless, able to just advance the runners, because if these 2 score or if one scores, that comes back to the person that's able to lay down the successful bunt as well.
Exactly.
Well, let me play devil's advocate here, gentlemen. You've got a couple ducks on the pond, a girl who's red hot at the dish. Sometimes don't you want her swinging away, I would imagine?
Well, you've probably seen that in other games, but this is a situation to where you could get down the line where it's a tie game and 2 on. You want to get these situations to where they know what to do. She's probably had that situation in those 16-0, 15-0 games, but this is a 2-0 game, and you never know. That could be very helpful for her down the line.
And look who's in the box right now. Massaro. Yeah. You can't go wrong. And that, once again, brings back the power of this lineup, the hitting.
Yeah, I think that's probably the more key point here is that no matter where you go here, there's trouble facing your pitcher. So probably the right move, as you guys mentioned, advancing both runners.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 away here, top 5. And as Brian alluded to, 2 ducks on the pond here for Triway. Fly ball left field, caught. It'll be a sac fly, but a nice catch out there and left by Reagan Hayes to save another run, 2 away.
Yeah, nice job here by Reagan. She's pretty sure gloves out there in left field for the Lady Rams, limiting them to just 1 run there.
And once again, that's one of those situations, if you can get the 3rd out here, it's a win for Madison after giving up the 2 base runners and only allowing a run to hit across the plate. Ball 1 to Flinner, 0 for 2 so far. Struck out in the 1st, hard ground ball to Hope Barrett at short in the 3rd. And also that goes back to the bunt. Instead of being a sacrifice to 3rd, now that scores a run. Fly ball again to left, able to make the catch once again is Hayes, and that's how the inning will end. So a bit of a win for Madison there, only giving up 1 run. It's 3-0 Triway after 4.5.
1 run, 1 hit, 1 runner left on.
Chips.
Fritos, man.
Back roads or highways?
Back roads.
College or pro ball?
College.
Mild or spicy?
Ooh, spicy.
Actions or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Really? Camper or tent?
Tent.
Lab or poodle? Okay, which Fritos?
That is a tough one.
Fritos, down for everything. Rock or country? Don't answer that.
Nothing to score here. Bottom 5, and the girl who just made 2 great defensive plays is going to lead things off here, Reagan Hayes. And you love to see this, Coach, because you always see somehow you make a great defensive play and somehow you come up and you make a big hit.
Yeah,
you see that all the time. The confidence you get from the defensive side of the offensive side always comes over to the other side of the field. So
yeah,
we'll see if she can continue that, maybe get Madison's first hit of the game. She takes strike 1. Swings and misses for strike 2.
And checking out some of the hairstyles here, Sean, has there been, I know it's such a data-driven sport now, is there any analytics that says that the multi-tiered ponytail is the way to go?
I know, excuse me, the funny thing is, I've seen a lot of them pull their own hair when they come back to throw. So it's about making it as narrow and, and what have you. Bus rides to away games, a lot of hair getting done.
Yeah, exactly. It's how they do the kill time. You see that all the time with them, where the rain delays, you'll see them in the dugout and everything. Thankfully, my hair is too short that I don't need that done, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like a lot of work, the game day prep that you don't even really think about, Sean.
Right. Yep. It's good being a guy. Put a hat on and I'm good.
Amen.
Yeah.
Once again, Wachtel catches the outside corner for strike 3.
The first baseman, number 12.
10th strikeout of the day as she works her way through the bottom of the order. And even if you're Madison, you just got to hope to get a couple base runners. Doesn't even have to get a hit. So once you get to the late innings, those top of the order players can get one more chance at the at-bat. And maybe the 3rd time through the order they can do something after seeing some pitches. And I've always wondered this, Coach Snow. Do you tell your girls, especially through the first time in the order to take the first pitch just so you can see more pitches, or is it just a matter of if you see one right down the middle, go for it?
I think, once again, it's talking about picking up habits. You know, when you're not up to bat, you're watching to see the habits of the pitcher. You know, so the bottom line is you have a girl that's slumping, I want them to be a little more aggressive on that first pitch. Your leadoff hitter's there for a reason. You know, I mean, we need you on base no matter what.
Okay.
So I think it's a matter of the player, the position in the lineup, the situation of the game. With Carter, Wachtel in the circle, I think you need to take advantage of every good pitch you get.
Gotcha.
And
we just saw, I think, one of the first rise balls by her today. They get the strike out of Stankovic, just 2 away. 3 straight Ks for Wachtel.
And no pattern. Like, I haven't been able to pick up on anything that she's kind of consistently doing. She really is mixing up the full bag of tricks.
You're seeing a lot of called third strikes, and I think that's what she's doing. You called it exactly. She keeps you guessing. And once again, how many down the plate? We're sitting right behind home plate. We're seeing corner, 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 no matter inside out.
Yep.
She's that good.
And when you have so many good pitches that you can control, it just throws anybody off as that catches the inside corner, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah. And it's not taking anything away from Bailey Lyons because I see her doing the same thing. And she's having a really good game.
And another good job by Bailey is after that first inning of 4 hits, only 4 hits ever since. So she able to limit damage in that first and then, work around a single or, a couple singles here and there.
Yeah.
And against a good team like Triway, once again, that only builds confidence as you go on through the season.
Yep.
1-2 pitch way outside, 2-2. Speaking of Lions, she's worked the count even. Hit by pitch in the 3rd inning was Madison's first base runner of the day. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. She strikes out the side, 4 in a row, 12 on the day. We played 5, 3-0 Triway live and free on the OH.Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
There's Wendy, our good friend, just announced if anybody hits a homer or hits her, they get a $25 gift card. Not what you want to hear if you're a coach, though, because you don't want your players just swinging for the fences every time. But, hey, this is the Wendy's Classic. Why not? She's just grinning. She wants somebody to hit it out to her. Ugh. We start the top of the 6th, 6, 7, 8, due up. Hoffer 2 for 2 on the day. Take strike 1.
Yeah, I think if you could get a quick interview with, the 25-foot monster Wendy out in right field, she'd probably take that contact off an eyeball or a couple of teeth here to be able to give out some gift cards. So she's bringing it on here over these last couple innings.
Taking a look once again at our fan zone. That's grounded to Barrett. Nice backhanded stop on the first. Got her.
Hope's been fantastic here, Sean.
That's a great play. I mean, that's just a great play. She's a natural at it. The kid she's got all the heart and passion for this game. She's a great girl.
Great backhanded. That's a tough one, too, because that was kind of an in-between hop that she was able to judge and backhand, and then quickly get the throw off to get the runner. 1 down. Hannah Massaro. She singled in the 4th. Takes a ball high. For the Lady Rams, due up bottom 6, 9-1-2. So we are in that spot to where if you can keep it at 3-0 going to the 6th, give the top of the order that chance. Popped up. Schultz can't make the play. And Massaro stays alive at 1-1. It was a tough play for her. Kind of had the glove out an awkward way. Instead of scooping with the catch, she went for the normal outfielder play, and it just bounced off the top of her glove.
That's great hustle.
Absolutely.
Is there a strategy, Todd, on that particular play by a catcher? Do you typically want them underhanded, or
you want them to catch it? And honestly, to me, that's my first baseman's play. I think more depending on how deep my first baseman is. I mean, your catcher has a zone right here behind the plate, basically. I mean, obviously you want both girls going and making a decision amongst each other, but I like my first baseman making that play if she can.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Massaro. 3-0 Triway here in the 6th. The 1-2. Popped up. Barrett underneath it. Makes the catch. 2 down here for the Lady Rams.
Yeah, Hope just continues to cover her zone, do an excellent job, been sure-handed for the most part here this afternoon. And keeping Lady Rams in this, man. They can get a little 1-2-3 inning. Who knows over these last couple of frames what they can do in the batter's box. Haven't done anything yet, but that's why you play the game, man. Just try to hang around as long as you can.
Hudson down to third. Scoop catch on the first. What a play. Great job there by Ryder to make the stop to a right, throw out the runner. A 1-2-3 inning for Madison. They'll have the top of the order when we come back.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
Nine 1-2 due up for Madison here. Bottom 6, they got to get something going against Wachtel, trailing 3-0. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skowronski and Ontario head coach Sean Snow here at beautiful Brookside Park on a pretty perfect day.
Yeah, this is what you want out of your spring weather. Mother Nature cooperating. Sun's out, a little bit cool. Breeze is swirling, but hey, man, it's North Central Ohio. We're just accustomed to it.
And if you get a sunny day, you take advantage of it, my friend. 1 ball, no strike. The Parsons struck out on a full count in the 3rd. Takes a strike inside. Looking at our Facebook comments, Kevin Lewis, Hawking College wants to wish Caitlin Hoffa good luck today.
I wonder if she's already committed or if they're trying to lure her in, just like, hey, we're out here saying hello.
Hoffa 2 for 3 today, 2 singles and an RBI, so doing pretty darn well.
What's your guess, Sean? How many girls can end up getting college scholarships in this lineup?
Well, it's even more than the scholarship in a sense. Obviously, there's no shame in Division III where you can't get the athletic help, but the academic help is there, And then, but I think out of both teams, I'm gonna say half of them for sure. I think, I know Schultz is committed. Barrett's still looking.
Strike evens the count at 2-2.
Bree Bowles, I think, has plans to try to play at the next level.
Yep, as she should. This young lady's only a freshman, I think, isn't she, right here up to bat?
You are correct. Sophia Parsons is a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Strike 3. 1 away. Now we do get to that top of the order.
The center fielder, number
Bree
9,
Bowles, a junior, so she will have one more year after this. So we get to the top of the order. And sophomore Emily Nolan, center fielder. So third time around now for this Madison lineup. They've seen a lot of pitches. We'll see if they could take advantage of it as she misses on that slap attempt.
Every time we've had a nice close-up of Wachtel so far when she's been in the circle, she's just smiling.
I know.
She's having the best time of her life today.
That's her.
I mean, with what she's doing as well, I'd be happy too.
Yeah, you're right.
0-1. Hit the second on the first. Gets her just in time. 2 away. And that breaks the streak of 5 straight strikeouts.
And a good-looking stretch by Hudson there.
Yeah.
Almost a full split to get down and make that catch.
Brings up Hope Barrett. 2 strikeouts so far today. You don't want to get that golden sombrero. For you that listening and watching and don't know what that is 3 strikeouts. Platinum sombreros 4.
It sounds like a good time. You know what I mean? But
you just taught me something.
Take strike 1.
I kind of don't like that they're using that as the terminology because I'm the type of guy I hear a golden sombrero like I'm attracted to it.
Second pitch high, evens the count at 1-1. Today's attendance for game 1, 139. Pretty darn good for a noon game on a Friday.
If you count the K9s, that's a couple more. You count us up here in the press box, that's another 10 or so. Wendy's got to account for at least a few people.
Yeah.
2 strikes on Barrett. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And now you got to be thinking about something special here for Wachtel. She's 3 outs away. Triway, though, will look to add on in the 7th. After 6, it's 3-0 Lady Titans.
Chips.
Fritos, man.
Back roads or highways?
Back roads.
College or pro ball?
College.
Mild or spicy?
Ooh, spicy.
Actions or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Really? Camper or tent?
Tent.
Lab or poodle? Okay, which Fritos?
That is a tough one.
Fritos. Down for everything. Rock or country? Don't answer that.
Seventh inning about to begin here from Ashland, Ohio.
Money time, baby, as we call it here on the OH
money
Report.
time. Coach Ron Rock's squad looking to get their first victory here today, or their first actually ever victory in the Wendy Spring Classic. This is their first time. Coach Rock, 116 and 108 at Triway, 517 win percentage.
And you imagine that's just going to keep increasing here over the next couple seasons.
Yeah.
Fouled off. It's 1-1. Also have the coaching stats of one Sean Snow, 34 and 16.
17 after last night.
17 after last night, yeah. Yeah.
It's always the losses that stick with you, right?
Yes, it is.
And then Coach Tim Nicewander, 207 and 194. He got win 200 against somebody in a district, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Nice backhanded play at third on the first. Got her.
And a lot of backhanded comments by Travis here
I know,
today, you know?
I know. I said
See what I did? Backhanded comment on the backhanded play.
There you go.
Louise.
Yeah, I'm 2-1 versus Nice when it comes coach to coach, but he got me on the right one.
And the only reason I do this, folks, is because those two are really good friends.
Exactly.
And they love to jab against each other. So
Yes.
if Coach Nice Wonder comes back and watches this, he'll get a good chuckle out of it later on. Wachtel up to the plate. She's 2 for 3 on the day. And each time she's reached base, the courtesy runner has scored. So not only is she making a mark on the pitching mound, but also offensively attributing for 2 of their 3 runs.
That's why I don't think there's any question. She's our MVP of the game, assuming that she hangs on here for the win in the 7th.
Madison will have 3, 4, 5, Bowles, Schultz, and Ryder. So the ones that Coach Nicewander won up will be up here in the 7th. 0-2 pitch coming up. Ground ball, just foul.
Knowing all 4 of those girls will want that same situation between Carter and those 3 batters. They all want that.
And that's the beauty of this game, as hard as Madison has battled, is that you got an opportunity now coming out in the 7th to be able to make some noise and try to rattle her cage a little bit.
And break something up as well. The 0-2. Inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, usually, if you're playing, you say, hey, you want to wear that, but your pitcher, you want her to jump out of the way.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Wachtel.
Steady breeze coming in right now from right to left.
Ground ball to third. Picks it up on the first. Just gets it because Wachtel kind of slowed up right before the bag. Thought she had it beat. Instead, it's a 5-3 put out.
I kind of thought she had it beat.
I did too, but
she kind of like slowed up and took a couple shuffle steps right before the bag, and I think that's what the umpire got her on. Nonetheless, 2 down brings up Emily Jacoparo. 0 for 3. She did reach on an error in the 5th. Puts down the bunt. Schultz to Bowles. She beat it out. Infield single.
That's a lot of speed.
Yeah, that senior just went sizzling, man.
Hell yeah.
Because Schultz got to that about as fast as she could.
The third baseman, number 11, Haley Pruitt.
Speed kills.
I'm not sure if I'd be that fast falling off a cliff.
Shit. Oh.
That's crazy. And I'm kind of I've been to Wendy's a lot. We'll just go there.
And any favorite on the menu there, Sean?
Yeah, just burgers.
Now I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
You had to do that, didn't you?
Yep.
Maybe we'll get something to eat after our 2nd game.
Well, Jory, VP here, did offer to take us out for lunch, and she kind of balls on a Wendy's budget, so I'm thinking that's where we're going to end up going.
Well, the Wendy's up around here, the newer remodeled Wendy's as well. So
okay, so we can get a piece of that atmosphere along with the juicy burger. And Wendy's is an Ohio staple, you know, born and raised right here in the great Buckeye State.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Fouled it off. 0-2. For Bailey Lytons, you'd like to finish off your outing today with a strikeout.
Yep.
Just get a little more, something to hang your hat on. 1 run over the last 5 2/3 innings against a very good Triway squad. Line drive caught on third. What a grab. Ryder again with the web gem.
Wow.
And that's how the top of the 7th will end. So you take a look at the Mohican Adventures replay. My goodness.
What a play.
This the Fielding play of the day. Boom.
What a great play. That, and the first person to meet her was her pitcher.
That'll do it for the top of the 7th. Madison needs 3 to extend in the bottom.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
This is it. Bottom 7. Madison needs 3 to tie. And they got the 3 they need up the bat. First off, Bree Bowles. She will try to get on base and bring the tying run to the on-deck circle. First pitch taken for a ball. She did walk in the 4th inning with 1 out.
And this has been the one batter I feel like Carter's kind of tiptoed a little bit around. So if I'm Bree, I try to just be patient again.
Pops this one up right off the roof above our heads. Do want to give a shout out to Roxanne Bowles, watching from sunny Florida. Well, it's sunny here too.
They got a little different version of sunshine down there.
A little more
in
warmth.
the Sunshine State, but
Yeah.
hey, we'll take our little piece of that equation as well.
1-1 is the count. Off speed. Completely threw off Bowles there. She started her swing, then stopped just to get a piece of it. Brings the count to 1-2.
That was an awesome pitch on the last one.
Yeah.
She pulled the string on that. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fifteenth strikeout for Wachtel.
Yeah, she's staying on average.
Whew. '87 strikeouts in 8 games. First pitch to Schultz. Little dinker to third. Throws on the first. It's high.
Got it.
Off the bag.
Way to get down the line, Liv.
We're going to have to see what they score that, because they're going to call it an error, because the throw took her off the bag, and I think she would have been out if she would have been on the bag. So E5 does bring the tying run to the on-deck circle for Madison.
And Nice Wonder's going to keep Olivia out there to run.
Olivia has scored 6 times this year. She takes strike 1. Ryder 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And gets her swinging. 2 down. Brings up Reagan Hayes, who also is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Can Wachtel complete this? Gets the corner, strike 1.
Wow, there's just so much movement on that ball.
Oh, yeah.
16 16 strikeouts, looking for 17 and an explanation point on this one. Line drive, off the glove of the second baseman. She's going to reach.
Wow, what do you score that? She might have beat that out with the way that was hit. I don't know.
We'll wait for the official score. And they're going to give it an error.
First baseman, number 12.
The scorer said we will not look to see if she beat that out no matter what.
Yep.
Nonetheless, now the tying run is at the plate. Emma Stankovic.
Yeah, the first time all day, Madison, of course, has had 2 base runners on.
That's outside ball 1.
One swing of the bat can change everything right here.
One ball, no strikes to Stankovic. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
She's a great singles hitter on the season. Got 8 of them coming into today. That's really all you're looking for here. I mean, any contact, of course, off of this pitcher is great.
Big position here for the freshman. Fouls it off. 1-2. Walked a 1 strike away. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit. That's going to score Schultz, possibly. The throw to the plate.
Oh, my gosh.
She didn't get the tag. She's safe.
Wow.
Living
so
dangerous.
Just like that, 1 strike away, and Stankovic breaks up the no-hitter and the shutout. It's 3-1. The catcher, I don't know what happened, but she had the ball, just needed to put the tag on. She thought maybe the runner was already past her.
That was interesting. Maybe she thought she was trying to avoid an interference call. I don't know, Sean. That was a unique play.
That was. You know, Liv was by her for a little amount of time there. She must have just thought Liv hit the plate.
And now Bailey Lyons up. 2 home runs on the year. Big situation. A big fly walks him off now. She swings through strike 1, though.
Yeah.
Pressure situation all of a sudden here for Wachtel and company.
And this is great, of course, for Triway. They haven't been tested all year. They have not been in this situation. So this is what they sign up for. This is why you come to the Wendy's, to get these looks right here.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
But you can tell, though, man, Bailey wants every piece of this.
Yeah.
She's going to go down with the ship with a big cut on her mind.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. Wachtel finishes with 17 strikeouts, a 1-hitter. Triway defeats Madison 3-1. We'll take a break and be back with our MVP live and free on the OH.Report.
Mansfield, Ohio, and surrounding areas, get ready for the extraordinary musical stage play, The Family Matters, coming to the Mansfield Senior High School Auditorium at 7 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th. Featuring an all-star cast of the most talented performers and musicians in all of Ohio. Come out for a night of fun and excitement and a theater experience you won't soon forget. Visit thefamilymatters.net to get your tickets today. It's The Family Matters on Saturday, April 30th. Be there.
We are back now with our OH.Report MVP. It is sophomore sensation Carter Wachtel. Incredible performance for you today. Almost had the no-hitter broken up there. You were one strike away, but 17 Ks for you. I was just talking to you before here, and maybe that's a career new achievement. Obviously, a great game for you. Tell me about the array of pitches that you had and what was working best.
Okay, so I would just say working in my different pitches, I use a lot of them. I like to see a variety, so I was really sticking to my curveball a lot, working that outside corner, and then occasionally coming in with the screwball, so I was working that axis and all that, but it just kind of came down to trusting my teammates, and especially at the end there, just trusting it, so yeah.
Yeah, you got a great defensive infield and then an outfield. It didn't really get tested here today, but on a day-to-day basis, you can rely on them to step up and make the plays.
Yes, absolutely. I trust them 100%. So even if something's not working so well for me, I know they're back there and they got me. So, yeah.
Looking at some of the scores of your game so far this season, you've really been walloping a lot of opponents. How nice was it to get a look where here you had to get some clutch outs at the end?
It was good. I love competition. Our whole team we're built on that. So it was really nice to get out and finally, have some adversity and have to face it and just that kind of thing. But, yeah.
Yeah, moving forward here at the Windies, the 24 of the best teams in the state of Ohio. What are you most looking forward to for the rest of the weekend and getting some more good looks?
Probably just more competition, honestly. I mean, we all love the game so much. It's just fun to spend the weekend here. And, great competition, good games, fun to watch, so fun to play.
And you especially, when we had some nice close-ups of you when you were inside of the circle, always a big smile, seemed like you're enjoying yourself. What does the game of softball mean to you personally?
It's having fun. It's what I love to do. It's not only a hobby, but it's like my life. I do it all the time. I love it. I can never get tired of it. It's just, yeah, it's that. That's what it is.
Yeah, I heard a rumor you might sleep with your glove on. Is there any truth to that?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't tell.
All right, Carter Wachtel, MVP, 17 strikeouts today, and then also scored 2 of the 3 runs. Congratulations. Here's a magnet.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll throw it back up to Trav.
Welcome inside the Frito-Lay post-game show. Final score once again 3-1 in favor of Triway. Madison made it interesting in that 7th inning. They had the tying runner on first, and Wachtel made it interesting. She was a strike away from a no-hitter, but Emma Stankovic gets the RBI single to break that up. Hits by inning. 4 hits in that first inning in a 2-run first inning for Triway. They had 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th to add on to make it 3-0. They had 1 hit in the 5th, 1 in the 7th. Madison no hit until the last possible batter, that RBI single by Stankovic. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Madison. 3 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Triway. That'll wrap things up for this game. I want to thank everybody who helped make things possible today. Jory Hollenbeck, Hayden Gray, Storm Blunchley, Garrett Parlett, all on camera. Adam Thompson, our producer. Ontario head coach Sean Snow, thank him for coming on in. Brian Skowronski as well. And all of our sponsors, especially John Davis and the folks here at the Wendy Spring Classic. But that'll do it for this game. Stay tuned. We have the next one coming up. Anthony Wayne and Bradford coming up here in a couple of moments. Live and free on the OH Report. We'll see you then.